Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my channel. And today I want to talk to you about finding creative inspiration in everyday life. Have you ever felt stuck, like you just don't know which way to turn? You're working on a project and all of a sudden you hit a roadblock. Well, that's common. It happens to me, happens to a lot of people. So let's talk about some creative ways to find inspiration in everyday life. So first, let's talk about why it even matters. We have to remain creative sometimes because we have a project that might be due or because we just want to remain consistently creative. And creativity doesn't have to come in these huge, dramatic, um, sweeping moments. Sometimes they come in little spurts, but we have to use those little spurts to keep us going. Um, whether you're into fashion, art, writing, or some other creative pursuit, we always need to find ways that will spark new ideas and get our creative juices flowing. And one of the ways that I remain creative is to just observe the world around me. There's so many things you can do, little details, and even the building that you live in, your house, your apartment, um, sometimes the backyard, the front yard. There's trees. There's all kinds of insect life, bird life. Birds are beautiful. Birds always inspire me with their beautiful colors. And you can look at the movement of trees. And it can even be something as simple as fabrics in your home, fabrics in your wardrobe. You'd be amazed at all the different ways that you can find creativity that will spark you to keep moving creatively. Sometimes we just have to step away from what we're doing and look at other things and then re-engage. So, on that note, too, as well, another great thing to do to spark your creativity is to engage your senses. You can use sound. I love listening to music. Sometimes music can really affect your emotions, sometimes in good ways, sometimes in bad ways, but either way, it can inspire you. It could be classical music, it could be jazz, it could be rock and rock and roll. I know it sounds very archaic. It can be rock music, it can be hip hop, anything. It can even you can even see it in movie soundtracks. You know, one of my big things is smell. A sense of smell always motivates me. A nice perfume or cologne or an essential oil can really trigger all types of activity in my brain, and that can motivate me as well. Um, taste is one for some people. It's not necessarily for me, but I wrote it down anyway. Taste is one of those things that can motivate you. Just going out and having a really good meal, just combined with the sights and sounds and your taste buds, and it can move you in a whole new direction creatively. One of my other big ones is touch, a sense of touch. I love the way fabrics feel. Um, I'm a yarn person, so I love going to the store and touching all types of yarns. You can find um, touching leaves, touching trees, grass. Sometimes people even like to run soil through their hands or sand. Sand is very soothing. So that's another way to engage your touch to spark um, new avenues of creativity. One of the big ones for me is drawing inspiration from faith. It's a huge source of inspiration. You can write down your thoughts about your faith or what you've read in scriptures. One of my favorite ones, let me read it to you, is Psalm 139, verse 14. I will praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. That is incredibly inspiring. That verse alone reminds me of our creativity and how it's part of who we are in general. So, taking time to connect spiritually can be a source of creative inspiration as well. I definitely tap into that. Sometimes you can find creativity in terms of just changing up your entire routine. I'm a creature of habit, and I tend to do the same things every day. My routine helps me, but sometimes it can hinder you too. Sometimes you just break away from what you do every day, get out and take a walk, One of my favorite things to do is to visit a museum. I love aquariums, just all of the beautiful marine life, the water, it's just so soothing, but all of the soothing nature of an aquarium and the beautiful colors just really bring it all together for me creatively. You can also visit a bookstore. Bookstores are great because there's all type of creative books. And then if you want to break away from trying to create something, you can read um, all types of books. You can look through magazines. The sky's the limit in a bookstore. I think you can come out with like a whole fresh band of new creative ideas by the time you leave a bookstore, even a library as well. Sometimes a new cafe, just having a cup of tea, a cup of coffee can really inspire you as well. One of the things I'm really not good at is painting and drawing. So when I want to break out of my rut, my creative rut or my habits, I will try to paint. I will try to sketch. I'm not very good at it, but it tends to help me hone in on what I want to do when I get back to what I do best. So those are good things to try. Taking pictures, photography. I love taking my camera, going out, especially in nature. I'll take pictures of flowers. I'll try to capture landscapes. Sometimes even street scenes are very good for motivating you creatively. Something worth giving a try. Another thing is just doodling. You can get a piece of paper or a napkin. Something I used to do a lot in meetings, especially when they were boring. I would get a piece of paper or I just use my notebook and just doodle around all of my notes. And often when I'm doodling, I'll think of something I want to do once I get home. So creatively, so that definitely helps. Doodling is great. So even the smallest changes to what you do in your creative routine can help enhance what you do primarily, your primary mode of creativity. So try different small different things can make all the difference. One of the things I find to be really important is capturing ideas as they come. Have you ever been somewhere? I know I have, where I'm thinking of this brilliant idea. It could be somewhere where I don't have pen and paper, and the idea will be great. Sometimes it can even be before I go to sleep or when I first wake up. If I don't write it down, it's gone. Creativity can be very fleeting. So if you have a good idea in your mind, sometimes it could be your moneymaker. You never know. Get a pen and paper, write it down. If you don't have pen and paper, grab your smartphone. The smartphone can be a lifesaver when it comes to creative ideas and moving your ideas forward. One of the things that a lot of creative people do is use, what do you call it, inspiration boards. I've used Pinterest a lot for that. Pinterest is great because you can pull in all types of images, colors, landscapes, quotes, and before you know it, you may have a collection of things that inspire you to do some of your best work. You never know where ideas are going to come from or where they're coming from. So use whatever is at your disposal, either online or with pen and paper. Surround yourself with creativity. Keep the things around you that help you be creative, whether it's just your own work displayed beautifully in your own home or in your studio. Keep it around you. Keep um, movies, books, listen to podcasts, anything to invigorate your mind and keep you in a creative mode of thinking. Do it and keep it around you. You can follow other creative people. Creative people inspire other creative people. It doesn't mean that you are going to copy them or mimic what they're doing. It means that, in my opinion, it means that most creative people have the same struggles, they have the same mindset, they have the same dreams. And sometimes hearing other people or looking at other people's work or how they created their creative process can help you clarify your own, right? So you want to engage in conversations with other designers, other musicians, other writers, other entrepreneurs, anyone that can help you and keep you motivated. Talk to them and keep them around as much as you can to talk with them. So another good thing is to just get away from the creative arena altogether. Talk to people who think differently than you. Sometimes if you can listen to someone speak objectively about your own creativity or the world around you in general that doesn't involve creativity, it can really enhance your own thinking and help you see another side of what you're doing or what you're thinking. You just never know how someone else's insight can inspire you. So, I mean, inspiration is everywhere. We just have to go out and look for it and get it and keep it moving. So, here's a challenge for you. Try one new thing that sparks your creativity, that gets you moving, keeps you and your brilliant mind engaged in your own creativity. And let me know in the comment section what that is and what that means to you. So, where do you find inspiration? So, thank you for stopping by. Please like, share, and subscribe.